Technical data sheets, or TDSs, are a great source for many properties and characteristics of a product. TDSs show typical values that usually represent the average of many tested batches. Sales specifications should be used to understand the minimum and maximum values that define acceptable products. The properties on the sales specification are usually tested or warranted on every batch, while other properties shown on a TDS are from less frequent testing. Although they are tested less frequently, these measured TDS properties will have a range of values. For many properties, the range expected from different batches of the product, along with the variability of the test itself, can be at least plus or minus 10 to 20% of the typical value. For some properties, this can be much higher. When comparing TDS properties between products, this range should be kept in mind, as the typical value shown may lie within the plus or minus range, making differences less significant. This is particularly so when comparing TDS properties across different suppliers, who may use different tests and procedures to obtain their values. It is also important to reference the most up-to-date TDS, as measured data averages can change over time. For some properties, testing details can have a huge impact on the stated values. Dielectric strength, for instance, can be more than 10 times higher if tested at less than 25 microns versus at greater than 1 millimeter. Yet it is very uncommon for the thickness to be mentioned on a TDS. There can also be differences in interpretation. For low temperature use, some suppliers show that silicone should only be used down to -45 to -65 C. Silicones do harden around -45 C, but they typically transition from a soft rubber to a harder rubber and can still be used down to -115 C in many applications. On the other extreme, there are no standards for claims on high temperature use. Silicones can be used for many years at 150 C, months at 250 C, and minutes at 300 C. Most suppliers do not state how long the product can last at their upper temperature claim, nor what properties remain after this exposure. Dow takes a conservative approach to TDS claims. For high temperature usage, most of the Dowcil product technical data sheets will show plus 150 C as the upper limit, as we have data to show plus 10-year expected life of continuous exposure to that temperature. Short-term exposures can go much higher. Other suppliers will often show plus 200 C, plus 250 C, or even higher as the upper limit. It is easy to assume benefits for some product that may only exist in the TDS and not truly exist in actual applications. TDS data can help to narrow down possible candidate materials, but they should be read with what we could call optimistic skepticism, and exceptionally good properties should be challenged for data to back up the claims. Dow technical data sheet values are backed by solid data.